Today, I'm going to tell you another incredible story. The story of a medicine that millions take, often without even knowing why. So, let me introduce you to one of the most famous drugs in history, aspirin. This medication was first developed in 1838, and later the pharmaceutical company Bayer began producing it on an industrial scale, marketing it as a pain reliever and fever reducer. Early batches of aspirin were made from white willow bark. That bark contains salicylic acid, a compound with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. In the beginning, aspirin came from natural sources, and it really did help people, with pain, with fever, and as a result, Bayer's sales began to soar. To meet global demand, they needed more and more raw material. And if you're supplying the whole world with aspirin, you need a lot of bark. But where do you get that much bark? I'll tell you in a moment. Until 1971, aspirin was just a common painkiller and fever reducer. But in that year, pharmacologist John Vane made a major discovery. Acetyl salicylic acid, aspirin's chemical name, inhibits the formation of blood clots. In simple terms, aspirin slows down thrombus formation. This was a game changer. After that, aspirin wasn't just a painkiller. It became a daily medication for almost anyone over 40. Got a bruise? Take aspirin. Varicose veins? Aspirin. Heart problems? Definitely aspirin. Why? Because aspirin thins the blood, which supposedly means no clots, no strokes, no heart attacks. Live longer. Sounds logical, right? Sure, on paper. But in real life, it's more complicated. Some self-proclaimed health coaches claim you can thin your blood with a drop of oil or a teaspoon of cumin. But the truth is, thinning your blood is not that simple. Your circulatory system is a closed system. In just 1 microliter of blood, there are about 5 million red blood cells and roughly 300,000 platelets. Red blood cells are way more numerous, and they're much larger. So if you look under a microscope, your screen will be filled with them. And here's the key. Blood viscosity is mostly about red blood cells, not platelets. Yet some people eat a piece of steak and look at their blood under a microscope, claiming meat thickens the blood. Or they say, look, after eating clean for a week my blood is thinner. Let me be clear. To make blood appear thinner under a microscope, you'd need to destroy 2.5 million red blood cells per microliter. Only then would it look thinner. But that would be catastrophic for your health. Less oxygen delivery, less transport of nutrients. Thank God that's not how it works. Drink water with a negative charge, eat vegan, avoid meat. None of this changes how your blood looks under a microscope. Blood will still appear full, just like it did yesterday. Because it's not about visuals, it's about function. I recommend you watch this video from a real expert. He'll explain red blood cells, platelets, and most importantly, why aspirin doesn't actually thin your blood. Yes, you heard that right. Aspirin is often useless for that purpose. That's not my opinion. That's coming from practicing ICU doctors. They say aspirin doesn't affect your blood viscosity. Taking it every day to prevent clots? Pointless. And yet, doctors still prescribe it to elderly people. Why? Because that's what they've always done. And that's why aspirin sales keep rising. People take it daily thinking, this will save me, it will make my blood thinner, I'll live longer. They believe in miracles. But here's the reality. Aspirin doesn't just fail to thin your blood. It can also cause stomach ulcers, intestinal bleeding, liver damage in children, Reyes syndrome, and potassium imbalances in the blood. It has serious side effects. And yet, over 80 billion aspirin tablets are sold every year. That's like every person on Earth swallowing 10 of them annually. If that many pills are sold, where do we get all that white willow bark? The answer? We don't. Because modern aspirin is petroleum-based. Yep, it's synthesized from crude oil byproducts. And they're proud of it. Read the labels, check the sources. These days we eat oil and take oil as medicine. If you're curious, I talk more about it on my Boosty page and my Telegram channel. Think about what you're putting in your body. Think about what you're eating and what meds you're swallowing. And one last mind-blowing fact. Have you ever read the ingredients of a fast-dissolving aspirin tablet? You might be surprised. Besides acetyl salicylic acid, 500 milligrams, these tablets often contain sodium bicarbonate, aka baking soda, at levels as high as 1,266 milligrams. And guess who loves baking soda? H. pylori, the stomach bacteria linked to ulcers. Baking soda creates an alkaline environment in the stomach, perfect conditions for that bacteria to thrive, multiply, and literally eat through your stomach lining. So ask yourself, what exactly are you putting in your body and why? That's it for today. Stay sharp, stay curious,
and check out the rest of my channel.